Your voice matter, your story matter, and you matter. I'm one of the best people to talk to when it comes to having anxiety and stress in speaking in English as a non-native speaker. Almost in my entire professional career as an accountant, auditor, I refused to speak in meetings, in social events. I couldn't exactly tell that it's the anxiety of speaking in English as a non-native speaker. I just preferred staying quiet. Because I stayed quiet for so long, that became my normal. That became me. What I know now, as someone who speaks clearly, as someone who feels comfortable to speaking in public, as a YouTuber and as a life coach, I learned something special. I learned what was happening that led me to feel uncomfortable. What it was the root cause that led me to feel insecure with my accent, with my ability to speak. I decided to speak on this topic because I know that I'm not the only person who's experiencing this. In coaching settings, we don't coach the problem, we coach the person. If you're someone who now thinks your English is not good enough, that's why you can't express yourself fully, we're not going to coach how do you speak English better. We're going to coach on your relationship with your way of thinking. In other words, your relationship with your skill in speaking in English. Your skill in communicating with other people. When I started reflecting on myself and asking questions like, how did I get here? It all started when I was a little girl. When my brain was growing, when I was connecting the wires, when everything was new to me, somehow I got the message that you're not important. There was also people around me, classmates around me, teachers around me, the community around me that indirectly give a message. We are important, but you're not. You're just doing what you're supposed to be doing, and that's not special. So I don't even remember exactly what happened. I don't even remember exactly who it was. It's possibly the combination of small series of events that made me believe that I am not important. I am not good. I'm not worthy of speaking. And there were a couple of instances where I felt hurt. And unconsciously, I started believing that if I speak again, if I raise my concern again, I'll get hurt. So I'll do everything to make sure I stay safe. Since then, there was so-called 1% shift that made me who I am. It wasn't 1% increase, but it was 1% decrease. It looked like I didn't have a confidence to speak my voice because I believe my voice don't matter. I don't talk about myself because my story don't matter. I avoided making myself visible, so I stayed in corners. It was also the way I stand, my body posture. It was also the way I speak, the volume of my voice. And because I had this core belief that I don't matter, my story don't matter, what I say don't matter, it shifted everything, the way I present myself, the way I carried myself. And if somebody is trying all their best to make sure they stay invisible with the volume of their voice, the way they stand, the way they speak, people will accept it. People will accept that you're not important. In the coaching settings, we say we don't coach the problem, we coach the person. So if I was to coach myself and you, if you have the problem, the thing that has to be changed is not your accent, is not your English, it's not the way you speak, but it's what makes you believe what you believe? What makes you believe that your voice is not good? What makes you believe that your story is not worth mentioning, is not worth sharing? I'm inviting you to go back to the story. When you revisit the story that formed that belief, you can have it your eyes open or eyes closed. Feel your vibration in the body. And without denying it once in your life, let's try to embrace it. Let's try to embrace the energy that is associated with the belief when you were a child. See how it feels in the body, and let's invite this voice to get bigger. Invite the child of you to speak everything, to tell you everything. What happened in your life that made you believe that you have to protect yourself? Now go back to your adult self and ask yourself, if this story true? Is this true, what your inner child is telling you? Is the story that you've been carrying the whole life true? Now I want to carry on this exercise and experience something new. Slowly and gently, let's take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, let's say, my voice is a gift. You can make it a song that sounds like, my voice is a gift. My voice is a gift. My voice is a gift. See how it feels in your body. The truth speaks as a spark in your body. The truth speaks like a peace in your body. But the lie that you've been carrying throughout this whole time feels like an anger, feels like sadness, feels like defense. I would like to invite you to repeat this exercise in your own convenience and to change the core belief that your story don't matter. What you say don't matter. That's what we do as coaches. We change the relationship that you have with your voice. We don't tell you have to get better in speaking in English, because if your core belief is you're good, your voice matter, you can do all the exercises, you can spend all your time practicing. And your speaking skills, just like any other skill, can get better over time. And you can have that 1% increase, the opposite of what you did. You can have a better posture because deep inside you believe that your voice matters. Your energy becomes different. Your energy says that what you say matters, your story matters, because you believe that's true. Thank you so much for listening all the way till the end. If you want to work with me as your life coach, please contact me through my website. Book a free discovery session with me. My website is coachnomin.com, where you can book a session with me. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in my next video.